Today we're going to be going through the classic home yoga mat workout. This is the basic Kung Fu workout. You can do it at home. We try to do it in class periodically. But basically this is the #1 way you can improve your striking and kicking skills. Working by yourself every single time you do a rep, trying to make it better and more efficient. We're going to start with an I-Chin-Ching exercise to build up our fist strength. You're just going to tighten your fists, and then you tighten the wrists, connecting the wrists and the fists together. Breathe. Now tighten the forearms, tighten the elbows, tighten the upper arms, tighten the shoulders, tighten the chest. All of that is now connected into the fist, connected to the fist from the chest to the fist. Then you tighten through the core, lower back, and then you pull your legs together, groin together, knees together, feet together, to tighten everything through the legs all the way up to the fist. Now we're going to breathe for 4 breaths. Inhale, and then hiss as you exhale. Keep the tension there. Inhale. 2 more. Focusing everything into the fists. Last one. And then shake out the tension from your arms, flopping out your wrists, and swinging out your shoulders, and circling the legs. All right, first set. We come into a horse stance. Our first strike will just be the typical punch. Think of holding a fist straight forward with a thumb up. Press the thumb down. Feel how that connects the fist to the forearm. Obviously, we can't punch with the thumb on top of the fist, so we tuck the thumb in front of the fingers, but you still push the thumb into the fingers to tighten through the wrist so that you connect your fist, wrist, and forearm just like we were doing in that exercise a second ago. Come into a horse stance. A horse stance, you aren't sticking your butt out and leaning forward. Your feet are wide, your knees are more or less over the ankles. You sink your torso down in the center, and you sit up straight. Tailbone tucked under, spine straight, back of the neck long, chin tucked. Extend one hand forward. Both strikes are going to come right to the center of the chest. Pull one hand into a chambered position. Slowly, by turning from the hips, push the right hip forward, push the right hand out. Pull, as you push the left hip forward, the right hip pulls the right hand in as you push the left hand out. You want to feel loose, like a system of pulleys. Move the hips, punch. So you start loose on these. If you use too much tension at first, you're just going to be fighting this movement, fighting yourself. You want to keep it smooth and direct. Turn the hips, punch out. And then as you become better at that, you can start speeding it up and adding a snap of tension right at the very end, just like we were doing at the exercise before. As the punch comes out, you're loose, 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 and then everything tightens up all the way to the fist, from the fist through the body. And then immediately it's loose again as you pull it back in. We're going to do 20 of these. If you want to do more, up to 40, that's fine. Just pause the video and do them on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake that out. Okay? Turning sideways on your yoga mat. Come into a bow stance. On a bow stance, Our back leg is straight, foot is out 45 degrees. We straighten that back knee, pushing out into the back of the knee. And then we begin to sink into the front leg. We have the back foot offset from the front foot as if you were hip distance apart. We drag that foot straight back so that the leg has an avenue to come through. For the front kick, from this bow stance, you open up your front foot, you lift your knee, and then you push the hip forward and push out through the ball of the foot, pulling the toes back. Let's do one or two slowly. So you open the knee, or open the foot, lift the knee, push out through the ball of the foot, come back, set the foot back down in a bow stance. Let's just go ahead and keep our hands up in front of our body. One more slowly, open the foot, lift the knee, push out through the ball of the foot, hip drives forward, step back. Let's do 10 of those full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come into cat stance. Cat stance, you'll have the right foot forward. All your weight will be back on the left foot. Sink down your back leg. Make sure your knee is pointed the same way as the back toes. You don't want to have your knee twisted offline from the toes. Front foot has no weight in it. It's on the ball of the foot, but you can pick it up without any issues. You're just going to, same thing, pick up the knee, push through the hip, push out to the ball of the foot, set it back down. We're going to do 10 of these. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then as extra balance practice, we're going to try to do 5 while just hanging the leg in the air. Arms up. You're rooted through your back leg. 1. Keep the leg in the air. 2. If you need to set your foot down, that's fine. Otherwise, try to keep it up if you can. 3, 4, 5. Set it down. Shake out your standing leg. Okay, now pause the video and do that on the left side. 10 from a bow stance, 10 from a cat stance, 5 leg hanging in the air. Do that same kick with your left leg. All right, second set. We're going to do, it's going to be for a palm strike, so we're going to do an I-Chin-Ching for strengthening and connecting into the palms. This is I-Chin-Ching number 2. We're just going to do it in the regular standing stance. Palms parallel to the floor at your side. Shoulders relaxed down, connected onto the body. Chin in, neck long and open along the back of the neck. Not head slumped forward. Again, tighten through the hands. Tighten through the wrists. Fingers should be pointing straight forward. Tighten through the forearms. Everything is connecting into the open hand. Connect through the elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Do not tense the face. As hard as you can, flex the chest, belly. Pull the legs toward each other, pull the groin, close. And now we're going to do 4 breaths with a hissing exhale. Inhale. Hold your full body tight. Inhale. Last one, hard as you can. Shake it out. Palms up. Open up the chest and the shoulders. And open up the hips. Okay, so the palm strike, it's a very safe strike. because when you're punching, the wrist is vulnerable. Palm strike, the power is coming straight down the arm bone through the heel of the palm, so this basically takes the wrist out of the equation. Back into a horse stance, sinking your torso down the middle. One hand forward, one hand will be palm up. Again, we start from the hips. When the hand comes out, you push, you're striking through the bottom, the heel of the palm. And then you turn the hips, it pulls one hand in, pushes the other hand out. Do that loosely, back and forth, until you're feeling the movement. Keep it loose and fluid until you're sure the movement doesn't feel awkward. Once it's not feeling awkward anymore, then you can add that snap of power right at the end. Let's do 20 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake that out. Second kick, side kick. Same thing, start from a bow stance. This kick is slightly more complicated. As you come up, you spin around to where your heel is pointing forward, and then you stomp out through your kicking leg through the heel, as if you're stomping your heel on the ground. So you spin and kick, and come back to bow stance. We're going to do one of those slowly. Spin all the way around, look over your shoulder, kick the leg straight out, bring it back in slowly, and come back. Now let's do 10 of those full speed. Spin, kick. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? From a monkey stance, right leg is forward. It's the same as a cat stance, but you turn the front leg in. You pull the kick across the body. Again, looking over your shoulder, foot that's on the floor, my heel is turning toward my target. I pull the knee across the body, push the heel straight out, come back to a monkey stance. Let's do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, again, practicing balance. From a monkey stance, pull the leg up, and we're going to practice 5 trying to balance. If you need to touch your foot down, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now pause the video. Do that on your left leg. 10 from a bow stance, 10 from a monkey stance, 5 with your leg hanging in the air. All right, third set. Again, we're going to start with an I-Chin-Ching, I-Chin-Ching number 3. This time, instead of the hands straight out, which is the actual exercise, we're going to turn the hands at an angle so that the outside blade of the hand is pointing out. So instead of my palms flat facing out, arms straight, I turn the blade of the hands about 45 degrees out so that I'm focusing energy into the outside blade of the hand. Again, I'm still pushing through the heel of the palm. I'm activating the outside part of the hand, and all the fingers are together, and I'm focusing out through this part of the blade. So hands are out. I tighten the hands, fingers are pointed straight up to the ceiling. I tighten the wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders drop down into the body. Tighten the chest, tighten through the core and lower back. Pull your groin together and pull your legs together. 4 breaths. Inhale. Focusing from your feet out to the blade of the palm. Last one as hard as you can. Shake it out. Open up the chest and shoulders and shake out the legs. Okay, final set. Horse stance. Striking set will be chops. A chop, it's not just like you see in the movies where you're chopping straight down. You can use it like that. You can also chop straight forward. We're trying to learn this hip to hand line connection of energy and tension through our body. So we're going to be doing the same structure for all 3 of these different strikes. I turn the hip forward from the horse stance. That pushes the hand out. I'm connected all the way down to the foot. Fingers are pointing straight up as I hit through the blade of the hand. One hand, blade pointed forward, other hand, palm up. As the strike comes out, don't turn the hand straight up immediately. The hand points forward, 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 and then right at the last second, it turns up and snaps into the strike. So it's forward, point forward, relax, 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 tense, right at the last second. Fingers turn up, you hit through the outside part of the hand. Let's do a few slowly. Feel the connection from the hips to the hands. If this feels awkward, just do this nice and smooth and slowly for all 20 strikes. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Final kicking set, roundhouse kicks. These are probably the most complicated kick. It's kind of like a combination of the side kick and the front kick. Like the front kick, where we lift the knee and extend, we're doing that same kick, but from the side. So the knee comes forward, hip is driving forward, and then we extend from the knee to the foot. So it's just like a front kick, except it's turned 90 degrees. Our leg is flat across. To do that, you have to pivot your base foot so that your heel, again, is pointing toward your target, just like we did on the side kick. So you come into your bow stance, push the back leg straight, sink into the front leg. You rotate, just like the spin we did for the side kick, except the leg is already coming out and around. You drive the hip forward and then you whip out through the ball of the foot and come back. Let's do one more slowly. You pivot around, knee is already coming up to the side. Push the hip and knee forward and extend through, hitting through the ball of the foot, pulling the toes back, and then come back. Let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back down to cat stance. For cat stance, here's the order. You lift the front leg just like a front kick, then you pivot, extend through the ball of the foot, pull it back, pivot, set the foot back down. Lift, pivot, kick, pull it back, pivot, back straight, set the foot down. Do this every time if you need to, or if you're just learning this kick. Once you get it though, the lift and the pivot and the kick, so you don't just pivot and then kick, the pivot and the kick will happen at the same time. So you lift, pivot, kick, come back, set it down. Lift, pivot, set it down. From a cat stance, 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, same thing. Practice hanging the leg in the air to work on balance. You'll pivot and kick, come back, try to not set the foot down. Let's try that with 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The key to balance is letting your weight relax down the rooted leg. If you're tense up top, you're top heavy, it's going to be hard to balance. Sink, relax your weight down the leg, and then the snap and pivot on that foot should become easier. Okay? In a few seconds, the video will end, and you just finish this out on the left side. 10 from bow stance, 10 from cat stance, 5 leg hanging in the air. These strikes are the basic strikes that you'll see in all the long forms. So working these basic skills will improve basically everything that you continue doing through our Kung Fu program. And it's really all about learning to master and make as efficient as possible our energy. If I'm holding a ton of tension and I punch and everything is tight, sure, I might be able to create a lot of power, but that's not very efficient. I want to be as loose as possible, as efficient with my direction as I can be, and then I create power only at the moment of impact. I create muscular tension that connects me to the floor. Try that on the other side. Return to this video as much as you can.